Um, I don't want to come off as um. I want to kind of start out the stream by explaining to y'all a little bit why. Um, and it is. I know it seems a bit weird that I only seem to get on and do videos when the Astros win, but I do want to tell you why I have not been uploading. And I gotta tell you, I wish that I could. I wish that I could have been uploading sooner. When it comes to the ALCS right now, and believe me, no, I do. I've had many, 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 many things going on. Surprisingly, my last stream was on the Tampa Bay Rays beating the New York Yankees to advance to the ALCS to face the Houston Astros, who had already beaten the Oakland A's. We're now, we're post Game 5. We're heading into Game 6 tomorrow, and the Astros are down 3-2 in this series. One loss puts the Astros away. And the last two games, the Astros have won by really they've edged the Rays in both games. But I do want to talk a lot about this series. I know it's kind of seemed weird that I haven't been uploading my regular schedule, and then I haven't really been uploading the Astros losses in this series. Now, believe me, I do want to get into that here so I can kind of give you all my input on that. I'm actually going to give you all my input right now. The Astros have changed this series, and I know we've seen this, we've heard this story before, that there's always been teams that go off in one series, the next series they're back to being cold. But the Astros, I'm sorry, this Correa home run, Carlos Correa just walked off the Tampa Bay Rays, continues to prove that he is very clutch. He is, without a doubt, been our best player this postseason, it's insane what he's been doing, because Altuve and Springer have been good, but Carlos Correa is, let's be real here, he's carrying this team right now. And the fact that some of these guys, these big names in our lineup that have just been, I can't even describe to you how bad Alex Bregman and Yuli Gurriel have been in the playoffs and really the whole season. Alex Bregman, dude, what is going on? What is going on? You're coming up in these huge at-bats against, not really big names. And I know the Rays, I can go on with how good the Rays bullpen is, but we should have won this series a long time ago. And almost all of the Rays wins, they edged. And all of the Rays wins this series, they have edged the Astros. And if you're going to tell me every game, hey, the Rays they're going to score 2 or 4 or 5 runs in this game, am I going to say, oh, I'll take that? Yeah, I'm going to say I'll take that. From what I saw in that A's-Astros series, I'm going to take that all day. But how the Astros have played this series offensively with runners in scoring position is just – there's no answer. And we did that again tonight, even though we won. I wish I had given y'all my input on the first few games. I wanted to upload. Sadly, of course, I had to watch it at a guest's house, and, I'm too tired when I get back home, especially after watching an Astros game, because this series has been hectic. Every game, it's just seemed like, oh, this is the most nerve-wracking game I've ever watched or witnessed. But that's what's been going on. The Astros are they're going back to their, regular season selves, and that's not what we want right now, especially not in the ALCS. When you are 4 games away from winning another pennant, you cannot play like this offensively. This is unacceptable. Now, I know the Astros offense went off against the A's, but still, you cannot make this up. How bad the Astros have been with runners in scoring position. You can't, I can't even begin to comprehend almost. I mean, I'm gonna give everyone in our lineup a message. George Springer, keep doing what you're doing. George, you know what? You haven't been the best. You haven't been what I've liked you to be this series, but you know what? You're hitting home runs. You're getting on base at least once a game. So whatever. Keep doing what you're doing. Jose Altuve. I like what you're doing on offense. I do. And I do like what, you've been doing in the playoffs. But get it going on defense. Get it going on defense. This is I mean, you know why we're not in the World Series right now? Because Jose Altuve made 2 errors that cost us 2 games. And you cannot do that. Can't do it. Can't do that in a game, in a series like this. And then there's Michael Brantley. You're hitting good. I mean, Michael's doing what he's doing. He's getting maybe a home run every few games. So I really like what everyone is doing right now besides Bregman and Yuli. Those are the 2 guys who I think seriously need to step up. And what really excites me about this win, too, is that the Astros now, their starting pitching is fully rested. Fromber's ready to go. Lance is ready to go. And I don't want to chance anything, but we actually may have a chance here. We might be able to do something big. Now, the Rays, and I know I've said some things that I've heard from other people, and I'm kind of just repeating it, but it's all good points that I want to share with y'all. And I was talking to everybody afterwards, and, they were telling me, we beat the Rays at their own game tonight. And I was like, I fully agree. And that's why I'm going to say it right now, because we did. I sat there thinking, when I was watching this game, I was sitting there thinking with everybody else, we're going to lose this game. Because when Ji-Man Choi hit that moonshot, that bullet, I lost faith. I lost hope, because the Astros have just been so utterly terrible in the series when it comes to getting back on top if, you lose the lead. And I'm not going to lie, it's been cool to see how the Astros have made it this far. 2 games away now from from our second AL pennant in 4 years. I'd love to get another one. Do I think we're going to get one? I don't know. The fact that the Astros are extending the series, yeah, I'm impressed. And you know what? I'm going to say it right now. If the Astros can force a Game 7 or even win the series, and I'm actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm proud of what the Astros did this series. Yeah, I liked our chances against Tampa Bay. But, I mean, let's be real here. Tampa Bay came out swinging this year. And, I mean, come on. 6 games against the best team in the AL, I'll take it. Especially, when we were the number 6 seed. We're 2 games away from the World Series now. I'll take it. Would I like now for the Astros to win this series? Yeah, I would. The Astros are really the only team that I can count on right now. That really the city of Houston can count on. The Texans are garbage. The Rockets are a mess. And, I'm going to have to actually get into that later. Daryl Morey, there were reports that Daryl Morey stepped down today as the Rockets GM, which is just a killer because he was such a great, great, great GM that made all these huge moves. He brought James Harden to Houston. He brought Russell Westbrook to Houston. But we're talking about the Astros here, and I didn't like the first 3 games because it was like we had so many chances. We had so many chances to win the game. And time again, over and over and over again, the Astros, it felt like every inning, every single inning, the Astros would get like 2 or more guys on. And after that, they'd choke. Blake Snell did not pitch good. He didn't pitch good in the first in game 1. Charlie Morton did not pitch good in game 2. Both those games we lost. Both those games. Because the Astros had so many chances to score and they blew it. But now are we back in the series? I guess so. It's a race. It's a race for the pennant right now. And the Astros are 2 games away from completing a 3-0 comeback. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Only been done once. That was by the Boston Red Sox in 2004. If y'all have never seen the movie Fever Pitch, then you know. If you've seen the movie Fever Pitch, you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. It's crazy that the Astros just opened the series with so many chances, and they just didn't come through. They didn't cash in. But you know what? I'm just glad we forced 6. I didn't want to go down in game 5. If we go down next game, then you know what? Hats off to the Astros this season because I'm sorry. I don't care. And I've said this many, many, many times, and I've actually said that I've said it many times. I don't care that the Astros cheated anymore. I don't care. And I know that it seems like I'm only here to defend the Astros sometimes. I know it kind of seems like that sometimes. I'm sitting here defending the Astros always. They made mistakes. And yet, guess what? They're 2 games away from the World Series. They stand right now as the top. If they come back in the series, they're the top American League team. If they lose, guess what? We're top 2. We're the number 2 in the American League right now. Guess what? I'll take it. The Dodgers and the Braves are in the NLCS, and guess who's coming through right now? It's the Atlanta Braves. Right now, that game, 1-0 Dodgers in the top of the 4th. That's 2 outs. Braves will try to take a 3-1 lead over the Dodgers. Dodgers will try to tie it up at 2 games apiece. I'm going to feel so much better if the Dodgers lose that series and we lose this series because we completely served our purpose. Because I'm sorry, the Dodgers are going to destroy the Rays in the World Series. I don't think the Rays have really any chance against the Dodgers. I think maybe the Rays can pull out maybe 1 game. That's about it. But let's be honest here. The Rays have good pitching, and that's it. Their offense, besides Randy Arozarena, who is just on a tear right now, and Austin Meadows, their lineup is not as good as you would think. And I know a lot of people look at the Rays lineup and they're like, hey, the Rays, they got some guys there who's got power, they got speed. But, come on. This is the Rays we're talking about. This is a team that, reminds me of the A's. And we played so well against the A's, I thought, I really, really love our chances against Tampa. But Tampa has just outplayed us this series. Somehow, they've outplayed us. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Forget I even said that. The Astros have actually outplayed the Rays this series. Offensively and pitching-wise. Now, maybe the Rays have scored more runs than the Astros have. That's on mostly home runs. But it's just the Astros, I think the Astros have more hits in this series. Two, a lot. The Astros have just made terrible plays defensively. And I'm sorry, we should be in the World Series right now. We should be going to the World Series again right now. We can't. We can't. I don't. I just. And the Astros can't do anything about this. I just don't want the Dodgers to go to the World Series because I know they're going to win. I know they're going to win. We should be in the World Series because game one, we lost 2-1. Rays offense had nothing in that game. Astros offense only scored 1 run. We had a chance to score. We had a chance to tie it, actually, late in the game. But Kyle Tucker hit it just a bit hard, and Michael Brantley did not score. And in game two, we're down 4-2. We got, I think it was bases loaded. Yeah, bases loaded. Or no, I'm thinking of it that I can't remember. No, we were down 4-1 or 5. I can't remember. But I know that one of these losses, we came up. Our bad hitters came up big in the ninth. Reddick, Maldonado, but then top of our order just blew it. Springer grounding into a double play that just killed our momentum, and that's how we got down in a 3-1 or 3-0 hole. I just is it disappointing if we lose the series when we should have won? Yeah. But am I proud of the Astros? Of course. I'm with how badly the Astros played in the regular season this year. I'm satisfied. And I've said that many times. I'm satisfied. So I, kind of want to just get on here and tell y'all, hey, I'm proud. I'm proud to be a Houston fan. I'm proud to be an Astros fan. Maybe not so much the Texans and Rockets, but I'm proud to be an Astros fan because this team comes through in the playoffs. Maybe if they don't win it every year, they come through and they go as far as they can. Yeah, we've had some seasons where we made it really far and we just did not come through. Last year in the 2019 World Series, the Astros were just 9 outs away, maybe like 12 9-outs. And we just lost our momentum there. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped that the Astros won this game. I don't like to be down 3-2. If the Astros force a game 7, that's ideal. But 6, all right, whatever. That's fine. 5, no. 4, But 6, I'm not gonna get too mad. Do I think and yeah, if we do go to the World Series, this is what annoys me the most too, is that the Astros should be in the World Series right now. I think we should have swept the Rays actually. And the Braves are up right now. I mean, they're up to the Dodgers 2-1. And if the Braves go to the World Series, I don't know. I don't know. That's going to be a close series. And we kind of made this a close series, but Braves and Rays, that's going to be a close series. And that's why I feel that we need to win this series. We need to make history. We need to do what only one team has done in the history of baseball. So over almost 150 years? We need to do what one team did 16 years ago. And that's the Boston Red Sox. We need to complete the comeback. I like our odds. I like our odds. Do I think it's going to happen? Do I think we're going to win the series? No. But do I like our odds now that we forced the game 6? Yeah. Fromber and McCullers are rested. Fromber, I'm hoping that maybe I honestly start McCullers tomorrow because really you got nothing to lose. McCullers was good in game 2. We lost that game. And, if we lose tomorrow, we're all satisfied. But if you win, then you got Fromber for game 7. So this is what I'm saying. This is why this is a great win for the Astros because the Rays bullpen, the Rays pitching is awesome, but they have tired out their bullpen so much. They've used so many relievers so many times, and the Astros just haven't come through. And this time, today, they finally come through, and they get that needed win to force a game 6. It is 8:15. I don't know what. Here, I'm actually going to. What time is that game tomorrow? The Astros are going to be playing the Tampa Bay Rays at 5 tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's force game 7. Go Astros. I'm ready. That is going to do it for the stream. Can the Astros pull off history? Can they force a game 7 at least? Force a game 7. I actually don't think in the history of besides the Red Sox, I actually don't think that there's been a team besides the Red Sox that's actually forced a game 7 in an ALCS or in a series where they have been down in a 3-0 hole. So actually, the Astros, if they win tomorrow, they make history anyways. So let's do it. Let's make history. Let's beat the Rays tomorrow. Let's force game 7. We got nothing to lose now. I like what we did this series. We made it this far under a staff where I didn't think we were going to get far this season. We are 2 games away from the World Series. Let's make it to 1. If we don't make it to the series, that's fine. Let's just try to make it to 1. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Before I go, though, let's just acknowledge this real quick. The Braves just tied it with a Marcell Ozuna home run, so it's 1-1, bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Good Lord, Clayton Kershaw. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on Game 5. What did you think? Will the Astros win tomorrow and force a Game 7? Can they do it? Or will the Astros be eliminated tomorrow by Randy Arozarena and the Tampa Bay Rays? So, once again, like, subscribe, comment. I will see you later, Astros fans, sports fans, Houston fans, baseball fans, everybody. Go Astros. Later, guys.